What's up, y'all? We're here on If You Don't Know, Now You Know with Apex and Ryan. Got my boy here, Brian, also known as Quay B. For anybody who don't know Brian, how about you tell the people who you are?
Yes, sir. My name is Quay B, and I do a whole bunch of social media stuff. You may know me as the guy with the faces, the memes, and most notably, boy, if you don't get. I'm just here talking to my man's Apex, what's to come in the future, and looking forward to the interview, man.
All right, let's get it. You about to drop some gems. If you don't know, now you know.
Hey.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Man, I got my boy Quay B in the building. He's had a lot of success over the past couple years, all over Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, anything you can name social media wise. He's been one of the kings out there. Yo, Quay, man, can you tell the people what got you really started in this video stuff?
To be honest with you, when I was going back in school, during the time I was studying architecture at Morgan State, shout out Morgan State.
That's you.
Yeah, so during that time I was studying architecture, and at that time I was commuting from Frederick to Baltimore every single day. And
You're from Maryland?
I'm from Maryland, yeah. And if anybody knows that, like, traveling from that far is like an hour every day, twice. And plus I was in architecture, so I really had no social life, so I had to figure out another means to, entertain myself, pause. So I was like, there's this thing called Vine that's out. At first I was just like everybody else, watching the content, so okay, that's funny, and then it turned into me like, you know what, I think I can do a better version of this Vine.
Okay.
So I just did that, started putting Vines up, and initially I wasn't doing it to, get, blow up, whatever. I was just putting it out there so I can look back on it and be like, yo, this was funny.
Right.
For myself enjoyment. Next, I was just doing it, consistently doing it. It started blowing up. People are reaching, people are looking at my stuff.
That's crazy.
And then it turned into me, okay, this is dope.
Right.
So I just continued doing it.
So you just watch it follow and keep expanding and stuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
So when was it that you knew, like, this is something you want to take a little bit more seriously? I know you're balancing school, you're traveling, you're commuting from Frederick and all that. So when did you know, like, I kind of got to put more time aside to do this?
I knew I had to put more time to it when I realized that the following was growing and people genuinely like the material. So when when you have people commenting like, yo, this is funny as hell, man, this is dope, and they're inviting other people to do it, you're kind of like, okay, I gotta take this a little more serious now because I have all these eyes looking at my material, and I have ideas, seeing I'm trying to put that into the world, see if they like it. So from that point, I was just like, let me put out some more stuff, just to put it out there. And then from that point on, the following just growing, and then it turns into something, and then it reaches a point where you're inspiring people.
Right.
From that point on, it gives you a whole different drive and motivation. It's just like, you have people DMing me saying, yo, you changed my life. Just like putting up six-second content.
Right.
It's like, okay, now I can do this a lot more.
Right.
And then, so just so the short answer, being an inspiration to other people drives me to.
So it's kind of like seeing yourself give back is what really kind of motivated you to keep going.
For sure.
When was it that you started noticing people are like walking up to you, probably like in between your classes, like, yo, wait, you don't get shit, like, when did that start happening?
That started, I would say, like a few months after. Boy, if you don't get, like 3 or 2 months after. Because at the point, people, they looked at the material, and then when they saw me in person, they would like double take. And they would say the same thing every time. You went to so-and-so high school? I'm like, nah, but I know you from somewhere. And then eventually people will be like, yo, that's to do with the meme. Oh snap, that's crazy, you from Riot? So I'll say like 2 or 3 months after that. And then from that point, you had like celebrities noticing.
Right, and they started using your stuff too, right?
They started using my faces when they didn't know it was me in there. And they're like, yo, that's crazy. Like, you're everywhere on the internet and shit. This is crazy. I'm for real, yo. So, I say a good 2 or 3 months. But prior to that, I had like, Boy If You Don't Get wasn't the first one to blow up though.
Oh, yeah?
I had other material before that kind of
Right, a lot of people don't know that you actually have a lot more. You have a big repertoire of like videos and stuff. Right. So tell us a little bit more about the videos before and prior to BoyIfYouDontGet.
So before that, I was still in my Vine days, and I was just putting out material, and I was just using facial expressions at the time, because I was knowing somebody with facial expressions. So nobody really knew me to that point, but it took BoyIfYouDontGet to blow. To solidify and be like, oh, this is the guy with the faces. So now when people watch videos and they incorporate me in videos with other celebrities, with my facial expression, like, oh, that's the guy with the BoyIfYouDontGet stuff.
Right.
And then before BoyIfYouDontGet, oh, that's the guy with the faces. And then started connecting with people.
Man, Clay, I can only imagine with all this newfound notoriety, you guys, people coming up to you, like, talking about your mind and stuff like that. You actually experience a lot more, like, new environments, working with different maybe celebrities, working with different events and stuff like that. So can you tell us a little about some of the best things you guys experienced with this?
There's a lot. I mean, through the material that I was putting out, I was able to host an event out in Frederick County, Maryland, about 2 years ago called Anchorfest.
Word. I've actually heard of that.
Yeah, so anybody that was familiar with Anchorfest that was in Maryland, they know Uzi and Playboy Cardi came out. So that experience alone was pretty dope, and the fact that my material online led me to that point. I've connected with other social media influencers like Tonio Skits, shout out to him out in Cali, and he appeals to the more Hispanic demographic. And from that point on, it trickled me down to meet other social media influencers out in LA. Through that, also I've linked up with different music artists. I've connected with different music artists. Like there's a guy named Global Man that's here locally in Maryland. I've recently connected with Future's producer, Richie South. He's the one that produced High End.
Word.
By Future, yeah.
Just a son.
Yeah, man. Swag Hollywood. He's a guy that's on the come up. Made in Tokyo, 24 hours. So it's powerful what the internet has come to.
Right.
The fact that you can put material up and you can build a following to the point where you can start interacting with different people that's probably not even in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Just music artists, CEOs of the company, fashion designers.
So what was like the hardest part for you coming up? Because like you said, there's so much competition. Like you meet all these other influencers. I would say you blew up right around 2015, 2014.
I would say, 2014.
Right. So like with Vine going out too, what was like one of the difficult things you had to deal with, like pushing your brand the way you did?
Starting off, I really had to, I didn't really have the patience because sometimes, I was too caught up and I had to be like, yo, this one didn't blow up, man. People are not fucking with me no more. So so at some point you gotta, not really worried about the hype, but you gotta put out stuff because you like to do it. Consistency. Yeah, so sometimes it gets hard because you may be looking at other people's pages and you see them advancing and you feel like you're stagnant. So that takes a toll on your on progression. So I think that was like one of the hardest things I had to overcome was not looking at other people's successes, but focusing on what I'm doing.
Major gem alert. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, so I had to focus on what I was doing and be in tune on what I was doing to the point where I was like, okay, I improved. I'm going to a different height. His life is custom made. His success is custom made. I'm building up what was custom made for me, which was advancing and then meeting different people and just advancing. So,
man, Clay, I can only imagine with all this newfound notoriety, you guys, people coming up to you, like talking about your mind and stuff like that. You guys can experience a lot more, like new environments, working with different maybe celebrities, working with different events and stuff like that. So can you tell us a little about some of the best things you guys experienced with this?
There's a lot. The material that I was putting out, I was able to host out in Frederick County, Maryland, about 2 years ago called Anchorfest.
Word. I've actually heard of that.
Yeah. So anybody that was familiar with Anchorfest that was in Maryland, they know Uzi and Playboy Cardi came out. So that experience alone was pretty dope, and the fact that my material online led me to that point.
Right.
I've connected with other social media influencers like Tonio Skits, shout out to him out in Cali, and he appeals to the more Hispanic demographic. And that from that point on, it trickled me down to meet other social media influencers out in LA. Where through that, also I was linked up with different music artists. I connected with different music artists. Like there's a guy named Global Band that's here locally in Maryland. I recently connected with Future's producer, Richie South. He's the one that produced High End by Future. Yeah, just a son. Yeah, man. Swag Hollywood. There's a guy that's on the come up. Made in Tokyo, 24 hours. So it's powerful what the internet has come to. Right? The fact that you can put material up and you can build a following to the point where you can start interacting with different people that's probably not even in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Just music artists, CEOs of companies, fashion designers.
So what was like the hardest part for you coming up? Because like you said, there's so much competition. Like you're meeting all these other influencers and stuff. I would say you grew up right around 2015, 2014.
I would say, yeah, 2014 around there.
Right. So like with Vine going out too, what was like some of the most difficult things you had to deal with, like pushing your brand the way you did?
Starting off, I really had to, I didn't really have the patience because sometimes, I was too caught up and I had to be like, yo, this one didn't blow up, man. People are not fucking with me no more. So, so at some point, you gotta, not really worried about the hype, but you gotta put out stuff because you like to do it. Consistency. Yeah, so sometimes it gets hard because you may be looking at other people's pages and you see them advancing. You feel like you're stagnant. So that takes a toll on your progressing. So, I think that was like one of the hardest things I had to overcome was not looking at other people's successes, but focusing on what I'm doing.
Major jump alert. Don't compare yourself.
Yeah, so I had to focus on what I was doing and be in tune on what I was doing to the point where I was like, okay, I improved, I'm going to a different height. His life is custom made, his success is custom made. I'm building up what was custom made for me, which was advancing and then meeting different people and just advancing. So,
word, man. Being able to focus on yourself is a big key, especially in the social influencer world where you have to understand your progress and their progress is theirs.
Everybody has their own journey. Their lives is custom made for them. So whatever pathway they're going through, that's for them. You gotta figure out your path. Once you figure out your path, you gotta have that tunnel vision.
So dealing with everything that you have to deal with in terms of like fighting through like your own ego in a sense. How did your social life change? Like when the people around you started to change and they started to receive, oh man, Quay's getting a lot of followers, like now let me fuck with Quay just get some promotion or something like that.
Of course. Starting off, on the road to success, you're gonna have to fall out with different relationships with people you work with before. Because at some point you realize that some of the people that are around you are hindering you from your success. And these are people that you love, you know what I'm saying? You want the best for them, but there comes a point where you're like, yo, you guys are in the same position, if you guys are not trying to improve your life, I'm not about to have y'all take a toll on what I'm trying to do. So, once everything started, bubbling and blowing up, I had to make that sacrifice to be like, yo, this is what I'm doing. I try to push you guys on, but you guys are still in that stagnant position. I gotta really fend for myself and improve because I don't want you guys hindering me from doing that. So anybody that's out there, if you're in a position where you're blowing up and you're trying to put your peoples on and they're showing no signs of improvement, you gotta kind of cut that off and move on. Because if you don't, there's going to be a point where they're tearing you down and they're projecting their own fears and jealousy comes into play and then you're in the same position that they are. In order to improve, you gotta be around people that are either doing the same thing as you or smarter or better than you in something. So
you can't be the smartest person in the room all the time.
You can't. You can't. That's why people like Steve Jobs hired people like Steve Wozniak because he's smarter than him in something, which was computer programming. And then he put him on this team, and then now
that's how you level up. But with that being said, man, you had a lot of people don't understand how multifaceted you are in terms of your entrepreneurial vision and things of that nature. So what are some of the other videos that you are trying to put out, or things that you want to work on in the future?
So in the future, I'm going to be working people don't know, I wanted to do music before
Really?
social media. Yeah, so I was part of a music group called Chaotic Music Group when I was 17.
Okay.
And I was doing that for a little while, and then we fell out, and then social media happened to come around. Started doing the whole comedy thing online. I was building up the buzz, and then from time to time I would drop some music, and people would be like, "Yo, your music is actually dope. Like you can actually do this shit." I was like, okay. So I started putting out music, and I started to fall in love with it. A lot of people don't know also that I used to engineer for artists locally. Yeah, so I went into business with one of my guy friends, one of my friends that's in Florida now, and he had the equipment at the time. He would record music before I came in the picture. He would record music, but he didn't have anybody to mix. So I was just like, you know what? You have the equipment, we can mix it right there. So I took my time to learn the software, and then I mixed our own stuff. In that case, we can drop the music whenever we wanted to.
So are you coming back and auditioning for the artist?
Yeah, for sure. Just being a creator in general. So I was going to do music, and then from music I wanted to open up opportunities for me to do acting, possibly direct, design as well. So
culture.
Exactly. So I went to architecture school, so I have that artistic ability to do that. And then but the end goal is be happy in whatever that I'm doing, and also Jay-Z likes to preach ownership. So make sure you
That's a fact.
Exactly. It's best to own something and build that up to the point where it's successful than to have somebody else be successful and then they try to push you on. So that's the end goal, is just being happy and going up to old age and looking at my life and be like, damn, I made some damage. Like, I'm proud of myself, as opposed to growing old, being in a retirement home and be like, damn, what if I didn't listen to these people? What if I actually followed my dream?
Nah, definitely some gems in there, man. Definitely some gems in there. So I think the people gotta know from the man himself. Do you have a favorite video or a favorite genre or anything like that you really wanted to that really pushed you over the top? Like, this is my favorite video, right?
Damn. There's a lot of videos out there. There was a video that I did online that kind of semi-blew up, but not to the magnitude of BoyIfYouDontGet. There was a Vine skit that I did where you're at your friend's house. It's like your white friend or whatever. You're at your friend's house, and your friend is arguing with his mom, and he tells him, "Oh, shut the fuck up!" And then my facial expression pops up like, this guy.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, that was one of my favorites because that was the one that showed. That was honestly for me. That was the one that blew up for me before BoyIfYouDontGet. So yeah, that was my favorite for sure.
Well, actually, now that you bring up race, I do want to ask, being the first generation African, are you a first generation?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, me as well. So I wanted to know, I know when I was telling my parents if I wanted to get into the media, field and stuff like that. Me being the youngest, my parents was kind of more with it because my brother and sister were able to kind of break their way of thinking down to understand that this is an entrepreneurial country.
Yeah.
But how was it for you dealing with you're in architecture school, but you're also telling your people yo, I'm kind of getting lit on fire right now, so I kind of got to put some time with it.
Yeah. Well, they still don't kind of understand it because they're in a different generation, right? But at the same time, I can show them what I've done online, and then people will tell them too, yo, he has a strong following online. This, but it's just like everybody else's story. Their parents don't really understand what they're doing and how they're doing it, and they're gonna shun you for it. They're like, you need to go get an education. This is nothing. This has to be, what my mom would say. She said this is supplementary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In Africa, this is supplementary. You have to have the focus on your studies, so
but check it.
Exactly. So at the same time, I'm working even harder to the point where I can come back with that check, like 100K, yo.
So she was working on it.
This is what I was working on. What she thought wasn't going to take me somewhere, this is what it brought me. And the next I can, pay the house their house, they can go back to Africa, start a little legacy over there, and then, burn down the way. So, I mean, yeah, for anybody that's out there that's doing something and people are projecting their opinions on it and telling you that you can't do it, you're onto something. You just gotta continue doing it to the point where it makes you happy, and then it reaches a point where it's just like, okay, now all this money's coming in, all this notoriety is coming in, and then your family, that's when your family adjusts and be like, okay, this guy's bringing in some cheese.
That's crazy. Well, you answered my next question. I was going to ask if there's any advice you would give yourself maybe for you back or somebody in your position.
I would just tell them, if it doesn't make sense now and this is something that truly makes you happy, continue doing it. Even if you feel like you're not progressing, the fact that you took that first step of doing whatever that you wanted to do, that's improvement right there. There's so many people on this earth that don't know what their purpose is in life, right? And they don't want to because they don't want to take that time to really get to know themselves. Like I would read an audiobook called, there's a guy named Earl Nightingale, like I see him as a mentor, and he talks about people are literally, your brain, you're literally sitting on acres of diamonds. And what he means by that is, you're custom made, your DNA, there's something in you that you have but nobody else doesn't. All you gotta do is tap into that and start working towards that, and then you reach a point where it's just like people see you as a god or something. So exactly, a lot of people don't want to take the time to have the conversation about themselves, but they know more about their favorite celebrity than they do themselves. So I mean, for anybody that's out there, I just tell them, there's a reason why you're watching this video, so everything happens for a reason. They will know, exactly. So for anybody that's, my advice to anybody is just, figure out yourself and just try different things, because it's going to lead to something, and when it leads to something, you're going to know. You're going to be like, okay, I feel like this is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Big keys, man, big keys. Yo, wait, I gotta ask now, this is the last question. So, what celebrity right now you want to work with, and what professional but non-celebrity would you want to work with? So somebody doing their thing, maybe photography, videography, or even another social influencer, but they're not celebrity status.
Right. Oh man. Damn. That's a good question. There's a lot of people I want to work with. I would like to work with Kanye West. It's based on the fact that he went to art school and he likes a lot of stuff that I like, which is architecture.
You're really into the culture too, for real. I wouldn't be surprised if you threw your face in the video one of these days.
For sure. We're doing music together. I mean, whatever it is, fashion. Kanye's one person, Jay-Z, of course. I would like to work with Hans Zimmer. He's the guy that composed the soundtrack for Inception, my favorite movie. Yeah, so
I've actually heard the name Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, for sure. And we don't even have to work together. Just me being in a room with him, just talking about something. Man, there's so many people I like to work with. And then let's see. There's too many. Give me one more. I would say. I would like to. Give me an influencer. An influencer? I would like to work with. Let's see. I would like to work with DC Young Fly. Shiggy. The Shiggy Show.
Yeah, we actually just had him up in Houston, Philadelphia for AfroFest.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Shout out AfroFest.
Shout out them. Shiggy. I mean, we follow each other and we have a respect for each other in our craft. So I feel like that's gonna happen eventually. Who else? I like to work with a lot of musicians. I like to work with Swag Hollywood. I like to work with Made in Tokyo. Those are people that are on the come up, you know what I'm saying? They broke through. And other than that, I would like to Georgia Smith. I just recently got hip to her.
Yeah, for real. She's on fire.
She's on the come up. Brent Fayez. Okay. He's actually
from DC. Yeah.
Exactly. And then just. I don't know, I just like to work with different
networking.
Yeah, keep networking. I would like to work with anybody that's has a passion for what they do. You know what I'm saying? If I pique that passion in you, then yeah, I'm willing to work with you. I'm not going to be the type of individual I don't want to be the type of individual that just have my ego supersede.
You want to be Hollywood.
Yeah, I just want to, okay, this stuff is dope. Let's collaborate with something.
I feel it, yo. Well, Quay, yo, I appreciate you dropping gems right now, man.
I appreciate
But wait, before you leave, you gotta leave the right way.
Okay.
It's if you don't know, now you know. So you got 3 options. You can either jump into the hot seat with the would you rather questions. You can do a little freestyle, drop a little couple bars and they say you into music from, or you can take the cop out and you can do 3 things you want to accomplish this year.
Let's do the would you rather.
Would you rather? Yeah, we got the hot seat up there. If you don't know, now you know with Quay B. Let's get it. Alright, we're here in the hot seat on If You Don't Know, Now You Know with Quay B. Quay, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Alright, 3, 2. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
I'd rather be the first person to discover a planet.
Word. Would you rather have a horrible short-term memory or a horrible long-term memory?
A horrible short-term memory.
Okay. Would you rather be completely invisible for 1 day or able to fly for 1 day?
Completely invisible for 1 day.
Would you rather be locked in a room? Wait, why you would rather be invisible?
Hey man, sometimes you don't want to be seen, bro. You just want to, finesse a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. You might want to go to Federal Reserve, get a few millions.
Heard you. Would you rather be locked in a room that is constantly dark for a week or a room that is constantly bright for a week?
I said a room constantly bright for a week.
Okay. Would you rather be poor but help people or become incredibly rich by hurting them? Ooh.
That's a good one.
Oh
man. I'd rather be rich.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'd rather be rich. I'd rather be rich, but I would like to help a lot of people along the way as well.
Alright, and the last question I want to ask you is, can you please share with us one of the most embarrassing stories you've had to do?
Most embarrassing story or most embarrassing thing that happened to me, took a shit on myself.
That's the 2. That's 2. We have 2 of those.
I took a shit on myself back in 1st grade, bruh. And if anybody is curious to know what that video is, you can check my YouTube channel.
Yo, we got the whole video too. Quay, appreciate you dropping the gems.
I appreciate you for interviewing me, man.
One more thing. If you got anything you want to shout out for the viewers,
for sure. What's going on? It's your boy Quay B. You can reach me or you can follow me on Instagram, which is @QuayB, KWEYB. You can follow me on Twitter as well, official Quay B. You can hit me up on Snap as well, which is Blackie Balboa, BLVCKY_Balboa, as in Rocky Balboa. And also you can, stay tuned for a lot of really dope stuff, visuals, music, design, anything. So I'm looking forward to y'all following me and engaging in conversation or whatever. And yeah,
this is If You Don't Know,
Now You Know. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Quay B, and I'm here at the Meister Shop located in DC, and I'm hanging with my man's Apex Laurent with If You Ain't Know, Now You Know, nigga.